Okay, so boys and girls, what we're going to talk about are some literary elements. As a matter of fact, we're just going to talk about one literary element this week, and it is setting. Does anybody remember anything about the setting of a story? What can you tell me about the setting of a story? Ivy.
A setting of the story is like right now we're at school. That's a place. So I am at school. That is the setting would be a school.
That would be the setting if we were writing a story about school or about our day today. It would be about school. What else can you tell me about the setting? Juliana.
It's when and where you are.
It's when and where. Elisa.
It's the main place.
It's the main place. Now, let me ask you this important question about setting. Can a story have more than one setting? Can it have more than one setting? Kelsey?
Yes.
Yes, it can have more than one setting. So when you're reading a story, you are kind of keeping track of the different settings in the story. Now, when we say when it takes place, what do we mean when it takes place? What does that mean when we're talking about that? Teddy?
What time of day or what time of year?
What time of day, what time of year, what else?
If
Olive?
it's day or night.
If it's day or night, anything else? It can also mean what time in history it's taking place. Because some stories take place in the past, some stories are taking place in present time, and some stories are taking place in the future. So setting also refers to those different time elements of when a story is taking place. So boys and girls, we're going to be looking at the setting of our, or at least part of our story. Why is the Statue of Liberty green? So let's go to page 284. 284. It's the page that says the big climb. Okay, are we on the big climb? Everybody needs to be where it says the big climb. Now you have a paper that goes along with the big climb, and we're going to be answering those questions about the big climb.
The big climb. Time to go up the stairs. We climb up 156 steps to the top of the pedestal. My legs are so tired, says Tony. We look up, way up inside the statue. You can see the steel frame, points out Ranger Alicia. The frame is kind of like Lady Liberty's bones. It holds her up. Let's go outside. Sculptor Frederic Auguste Bartholdi designed the statue. A man named Gustave Eiffel built the frame. He is famous for building the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Sculptor. A sculptor is an artist who uses stone, wood, or metal to make a work of art.
Okay, so here we are. We have a setting right here. Now this is what I want us to think about. We are going to have to kind of figure out the setting change, because our setting has changed from where we were to where we are now. So boys and girls, this is what I want you to do. Our first question is asking us, what is different about the setting at this point in the field trip? So where were they right before this? So go back a little bit, or do you remember where they were right before this? Do you remember? Oh, that's people's lunch. We don't want that. We want to go here. Where were people right before this? Where were they? How was the setting changed? Logan, where were they?
They were at the torch.
Were they at the, oh, they were at the torch? You mean where she's holding the torch like this?
No, they were looking at the torch.
And where is that?
In the music, in the pedestal.
In the pedestal, that's right, they were in the pedestal. The class leaves the pedestal to climb the stairs inside the statue. So that's where they are. So let's write that. So that's question number 1. So there we have our setting. So for number 1, the class leaves the pedestal to climb the stairs inside the statue. Okay. How exciting. That is one lucky class, boys and girls, who gets to go visit the Statue of Liberty. Okay, does everybody have that? We'll wait because I see people are still writing. We want our friends to finish writing. Now, of course, we're always looking for text evidence, boys and girls. We always have to have text evidence for everything that we're finding. Text evidence are the words that are telling us our answers. We need evidence. We can't just say something. We have to have facts. We have to have facts. You can't just say whatever you want from the text. Just say that this is what we think it says. We have to show. We have to have evidence. So now, what details in the text help readers picture the setting? So what's helping us picture the setting? Avery?
Because in the beginning, they're in the picture, they're going up the stairs, and in paragraph 25, in the beginning, it says time to go up the stairs.
They go up the stairs. Yes. What else does it tell us? Yes, Jensen.
If you didn't have any pictures in this story, then the word stairs and people saying my legs are tired would picture them being tired and walking up a lot of stairs.
Yes, it tells them they're going up the stairs. It says they're tired. As a matter of fact, it even gives us more details about the stairs. What details does it tell us about the stairs? What does it tell us about the stairs, Teddy?
There are 156 steps.
It tells us that there's 156 steps. That's a lot of stairs. It also tells us that the frame, oh, what an interesting thing does it tell us about the frame? Juliana? That helps us picture this whole situation.
They look like bones.
They're like bones and a body. How interesting is that? Visualizing it? Just visualizing the whole inside structure of the Statue of Liberty. It just gives you the whole visualization of the structure, of the setting of the story, doesn't it? You can picture it. What were you going to add, Olive?
It holds her up.
It holds her up. It just gives you a whole, I can close my eyes and I can picture it. Everybody close your eyes, picture it. I could picture it all. Oh, it's so cool. I wish I was there. It'd be so exciting. I wish I was there. I'd love to go see the Statue of Liberty. That'd be so much fun. So here's what we're gonna say. Our text evidence is that it's tiring. We're gonna tie it all together. It's tiring. I know I would be probably a little out of breath. I'd have to go into some sort of training to get myself ready to climb 156 steps. Well, you're all young. It's tiring to climb 150, tiring to climb 156 steps. And then we're visualizing the steel frame is like the bones of a body. It's like the bones of a body. Yes, Olive.
You added climbing instead of climb.
Oh, the steel. Oh, I did do that. Thank you. I think I was busy picturing me climbing up those stairs. That's what I was doing. Picture me climbing up those stairs. My breath is getting harder and harder as I'm climbing up 156 stairs. I think I'm getting kind of sweaty. Yes, Logan.
That'd be a long field trip, going to the Statue of Liberty and back in one school day.
It would, well, not if you live in New York, it's not. Because you have to, because that's probably, if we went, we'd have to stay.
And we'd have to stay for like 2 days.
It would be quite the field trip. And there'd be so many other things to see. Okay. Now we're going to compare and contrast this. Well, wait till everybody's done writing. Still some pencils going. Okay, now boys and girls. Now it says, how is this setting different from and similar to the first setting of the story? Where were they in the beginning of the story? If you have to thumb back to the very beginning of the story. Where were they in the beginning of the story? Elisa, where were they in the beginning?
At school,
They were at school in the
classroom.
Yeah, they were in the classroom in the beginning of the story. And how is that different? So they're in the classroom. So they're in the classroom at the beginning of the story. And so they're at school. And then where are they now? Where are they now, Avery?
They're in the Statue of Liberty
And where is the Statue of Liberty?
in New York.
Well, but there's schools in New York.
Well, it's surrounded by water.
And what's it on? Do you remember where? It's what?
On a pedestal.
Yes, but it's on an Yanni island. What's the name of the island? Does our story tell us? Yes?
Ellis Island.
No, they could see Ellis Island from the island that the statue was on. Does our story tell us, Mikey?
Liberty Island.
It's on Liberty Island. So the story begins in Mrs. Bolt's classroom in a school, and then they are in the Statue of Liberty on Liberty Island. Okay, so let's say that. So we're going to say, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to another page because I won't have enough room to write that. So we're going to say the first setting we're gonna say the first setting was Mrs. Bolt's classroom. The new setting is in the Statue of Liberty. On Liberty Island. Because remember, they had to take a ferry to get there. So it's so much different. Now, in both places, the students are doing the same type of thing. What do you do in a classroom? Teddy? Learn. What are they doing on Liberty Island? Learn. So let's say that. In both settings, the students are learning.